Buenos dias, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the fourth webinar with Turespaña, Brussels and Travel Magazine. And this morning we have a nice platform of a very interesting area, which is popular with Belgian and Luxembourg customers. And this is the Turisme Comunidad Valenciana. And we have various speakers and participants. Welcome. This is the first after the summer break. It's the fourth of our webinars, and in 2 weeks, we are planning to go ahead. We still have another 3 on the short list. First of all, I would like to welcome everybody and, of course, give the floor to Rafael Chamorro, the director of the Oficina España de Turismo a Bruselas.
Thank you, Robert. First of all, I want to welcome and good morning, everyone. Bienvenue, welcome back. For me, it's a pleasure to be here with you, all of you today. I want to thank to Travel Magazine and Robert, especially. Like he said, this is the fourth webinar that we are co-organized. We're going to co-organize 3 more before this one. And we are really happy with this collaboration. I think it's in these terrible times of the pandemic, I think it's very good to collaborate with Travel Magazine and with Robert. For us, it's a pleasure. Also, of course, to Valencia region and the representatives, the Costa Blanca, Alicante City, Valencia City, Benidorm. I think for us it's a very good news that Valencia region is, again, it's possible to visit without quarantine, without tests, mandatory tests for the Belgian. I think it's an opportunity, a big opportunity for us. And finally, of course, all the travel agents and journalists, for us, it's a pleasure to share this webinar with you. We need you in order to sell Spain, in order that you transmit to your clients that Spain is a wonderful country. Valencia region is a wonderful region in Spain. It's one of the most important touristic areas in Europe. We're having a terrible year. This 2020 is terrible for all of us. This summer began with a lot of hope, but after August and September, the news are not good. But finally, we can see light at the end of the tunnel or something like that. Valencia region and Canary Island, part of the Spain now is again orange. It's possible to travel there. And I think it's an opportunity because, like you know, Spain is the second country more visited in the world after France. And we invented the tourism, the mass tourism in the 20th century. And we have to profit this opportunity, this terrible pandemic, to reinvent ourselves, to reinvent the tourism again. And I am sure that you are going to discover new aspects of the community of Valencia today, the Valencia region. And I think this is an opportunity for all of us to reinvent the tourism with new pillars, sustainability, accessibility, more quality tourism, more, I don't know. But I think that I am optimistic. I think the 2021 will be, again, a very good year for all of us. And let me introduce to my colleague in the Valencia region, Juan Muñoz. He's going to give you a brief presentation of the Valencia region, and then all the colleagues from the Alicante and Valencia and Costa Blanca and Benidorm, they are going to participate also. Thank you again, and please, Juan Muñoz, when you want. And we cannot listen to you. I think there's the microphone.
Okay, so thank you, Rafael. Sorry for the this slight mistake. Thank you, Rafael, for having introduced me. Thank you also to the Travel Magazine for having organized this presentation of the Valencia region. And goedemorgen, bonjour, good morning, everybody. Well, I'm very happy to be here today to let you know, we are all very happy here today to let you know some of the possibilities that our region has to offer. We have, during the pandemics, we have always kept one of the best contagion ratio in Spain, so in Southern Europe. So right now, our ratio for the last 2 weeks was 95 people per every 100,000 inhabitants. So that means that we are much lower than, we are the second lowest lowest region in Spain for the numbers of contagions after Canary Islands. This has allowed us or has permitted the Belgian government to eliminate, to suppress the quarantine, the obligatory quarantine. So now you can travel freely, as you know, to the Valencia region. That's the reason why we are here today. And I think it's something that you have to take into account, that you and your customers can travel to either Valencia or Alicante or the whole region without any problem from Belgium and go back safe. So first thing is, I would like to introduce you. I will just give some hints, some information about the region, and then I will, my colleagues from Valencia, Costa Blanca, Benidorm, and the Valencia province will present you, will introduce you to their areas. Yeah. So first of all, I would like to introduce you to who and where are we. So we are one of the Spain's 17 autonomous regions. We are located on Spain's eastern coast, right in the middle point of the Mediterranean. I want to emphasize this because we are at the same distance from southern France to northern Africa, basically. That means that we are a very Mediterranean region. Maybe most of you know already or have been to the Valencia region, but I would like to emphasize this: the Mediterranean flavor, the Mediterranean character of the whole region. We've got slightly more than 23,000 square kilometers of surface, 5.2 million inhabitants. The yearly temperature is slightly above 17 degrees. That means that right now, I don't know what's the temperature in Brussels, but if you come here to the Valencia region, you will find like 22, 21, 23 all around the region right now at this moment. We have an average of 300 sunny days per year. This is some of the traits that we've got. Then some data to know that we have almost 500 kilometers coastline that defines us, of course, Mediterranean coastline just in front, opposite of the Balearic Islands. I mean, it's very similar in many respects. We have 3 provinces. Administratively speaking, we have 3 provinces: Castellón in the north, Valencia in the center, and Alicante. You can see there the population. And the main cities are Valencia, which is the capital city of the region, with almost 1 million people all in all. Alicante, which is almost 400,000. Elche, which is nearby, and Castellón. So this is just to have an idea. What means tourism for us? It means a lot. I mean, last good year, if I may say so, in 2019, we got 30 million visitors per year. Last year, 23 million passengers in the 3 international airports that we got: Alicante, Elche, Valencia, and Castellón. You can see the figures there. And that means that tourism means around 14% of the regional GDP and 14.5% of the total employment. We have more than 400,000 hotel beds in the whole region. I want to emphasize that obviously, though the expectations here that the season hasn't been very good, the fact that we also have an important domestic market has somehow reduced slightly the impact of COVID in the region, though it's still very important. Just for you to have an idea of which are the main inbound markets, the main one is the United Kingdom, but you can see that Belgium comes with 5% of the visitors come from Belgium. So that means that can you please reshare? ¿Puedes compartir la pantalla? Es que se ve que hay un problema. Can you all see the screen? I think there's no problem.
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay, right. I thought there was one problem. So, okay, sorry about it. Sorry about the interruption. So the Belgian market is the 5th largest market for us, with more or less 5% of the overall amount. This respect some data about tourism. I want to also emphasize that despite the COVID crisis and after COVID, we keep on having good connections with Belgium. Not what it was before the pandemic, but it's still very good. So if you want to organize a trip to the Valencia region, it's pretty easy because we've got from Brussels, from Zaventem Airport to the Valencia Airport, there is Vueling, Iberia, and Ryanair flying. from Charleroi to the Valencia airport, you've got Ryanair, and from Brussels airport, from Zaventem to Alicante Elche airport, you've got Vueling, Iberia, Ryanair, and Brussels Airlines. And from Charleroi to Alicante Elche airport, you also got Ryanair. So it means that basically we are still very easily reachable from everywhere in Belgium. Yeah, despite the pandemics. I will just offer an overall view about different products of tourism that you can find, different possibilities that you can find in our region. I'll start with sand and beach tourism. We've got more than 450 kilometers of beaches. That means that there are some main destinations like Benidorm, Peñíscola, Gandia, Denia, Altea, Torrevieja, you may be familiar with. It's mostly families in summer and senior in autumn and spring. But the season goes from, I would say, from March till November. And even in winter, you can come here because you can have like almost 20 degrees during daytime. Something I want to emphasize is that we are the leading region for blue flags in Europe. We've got 130 flags this year, if I'm not mistaken. And that means that we are by far the leading region in the whole of Europe for blue flags. That means that the infrastructure and services and the state of beaches and water is very good. Okay, so as regards to urban, cultural, and MICE tourism, we are home to some of the best known festivals in Spain, such as the Tomatina, for example, you have heard of, the tomato battle that takes place in Buñol, in a small town near Valencia. Obviously, this year didn't take place because of the pandemics, of course. All these festivals are, let's say, hibernating till we can recover them after the COVID, but they will come probably with more force. We've got the Fallas in Valencia, the big festival in Valencia, or the Moors and Christian festivals in all the in many towns all around. We have 10 UNESCO World Heritage and more than almost 120 museums and exhibitions. And I must say also that the city of Valencia is among the 10 top destinations for city breaks and tourism in Spain, and among the 25 top city destinations in Europe. Obviously, all these data are before the pandemics, but it is still there. As for MICE, for meeting, conferences, incentives, and events, we've got 15 congress centers and auditoria, most of them less than 10 years old, although you have also very traditional locations, very traditional venues that can combine with very modern venues. The city of Valencia is among the 5 top destinations for MICE tourism in Spain, with 7 big venues. Alicante is also a big city, a big place for congresses and events. It's very easy to organize something here once we are able, after the pandemics, we are able to organize something. Think that you are just 2 hours away from Brussels, from everywhere in Belgium, and coming here, it's really easy. Weather normally is good. Prices are, quality price ratio is quite good. So there are several reasons why you can come here. And you have also other congress centers. Before the pandemics, and we hope that after the pandemics, we were also host to some of the most important music festivals in Spain and Southern Europe. For example, the FIB, or the Arenal Sound, with 70% of the audience coming from abroad. A lot of people coming also from Belgium, where you also have very important festivals. But well, let's hope that this can come back after the pandemics, because Valencia was a region well known also for this, for the traditional festivals and for the music festivals. So, as regard that, we have more than 3,000 years of history here since the Greeks, Romans, Phoenicians arrived. So that means that we keep 10 UNESCO World Heritage sites, as I said before, goods declared as UNESCO World Heritage. Also, as we mentioned, also the festivals and you can see that there are massive events that we hope to recover all these after the pandemics, because it's important for our culture, for our region, for everything. Also, another thing that I want to emphasize, but my colleague Miriam will tell you afterwards more about this, the city of Valencia, which is an amazing mix of of traditional and modern venues. You can see here the City of Arts and Sciences. nightlife and festivals. And as for cruises, which are obviously are now stopped because of the pandemics, we've got 3 ports, 250 cruises per year, most of them starting from here, and around 5,000 cruise passengers every year to the Valencia region. And now let's go to the active tourism, which is something that we keep and we have reinforced even with the pandemics. It was something that's very good here because you can enjoy this. I've mentioned before that we have more than 500 kilometers of coastline, but it's also important to remind or to remember that we are one of the more mountainous regions in Spain. They say we are the second more mountainous region after Asturias in northern Spain. So that means that you can go from beach to the mountains in just scarcely half an hour, and you go up to peaks 2,000 meters high. So that means a big contrast, and that offers you the possibility of being on the beach in the morning and maybe do something in the mountains, in mountains more than 1,000 meters high in the afternoon. And so that gives also a lot of possibilities for products like cycling, like hiking, and or climbing. You have here, we have more than 1,300 rural houses in the whole region. So that means a lot. Fortunately, they are keeping a good levels of activity during all these pandemics. And you have a very wide choice for active tourism, such as a network of 10 MTV centers, 4,000 miles of hiking trails, 22 nature parks, or 11 climbing zones. So, I mean, that offers, I think this is also very, very important to remember that you can combine mountain, city, and beach on coast at the same time. Also, some of the other possibilities that you've got in the region is regarding health, well-being, and sport tourism. We have 34 golf courses in the region, most of them in the Alicante area, around Alicante, the Alicante city, around 22 in this area. So it's a very important amount of golf courses. We have 51 diving centers. So that means that nautical, we have three water reserves, especially in the area of Alicante, the coast of Costa Blanca. And also we have hosted, especially in the city of Valencia, we have hosted some of the most outstanding international sports events, as the Motor Grand Prix that normally would take place in November. Obviously this year, I think this year is also already taking place, or the Valencia Marathon, which will not take place this year, but was being one of the biggest in Spain, biggest in Europe, with 20,000 participants. So that offers also a lot of possibilities for sports stay, or for combining this kind of sports stay with active tourism, city tourism, or tourism in the sea, by the sea as well. And just to finish with, I want to mention another strength of our region, which is, I think, as the rest of Spain, is tasting the delights of the Mediterranean cuisine. We are the birthplace of the paella. I think paella is the best known dish of the Spanish cuisine all around the world. So we are the birthplace. The paella originated in the rice paddies, rice fields near the area of Valencia. So it's basically we have the paella and more than 100 different rice recipes, and of course tapas. Most of the tapas are fish-based or sea-based tapas, and also we have 22 Michelin stars restaurants and 3 large wine-producing areas. So all in all, and if you can hear, gastronomy, food is another big asset for your customers or for you when you visit us. So there will be many more things to add, but I don't want to be too long. I will now give the floor to my colleague Mar from Costa Blanca, that will keep on telling you more things in detail about the Costa Blanca and about all the possibilities that you may have here when you visit us. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
So thank you, Juan, and thank you, Travel Magazine, and thank you, the Spanish Tourist Office in Belgium, in Brussels, for giving us the opportunity to introduce our region, Costa Blanca. So let me share with you our presentation. Are you able to see the presentation?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So this is Costa Blanca, is the name that identifies the province of Alicante. It's the tourist name we use for the province of Alicante. It's located south of the region of Valencia by the Mediterranean coast, and is one of the most important destinations on Spain and on the Mediterranean coast. Alicante is its capital city, but maybe you have heard about some popular resorts such as Benidorm, Calpe, Denia, Torrevieja, or Javia. Most of them are located by the sea. So last year we received more than 14 million tourists, maybe because of our warm weather, which allows doing some open air activities all over the year, but also because of the Mediterranean atmosphere. So you can enjoy, as Juan said, you can enjoy our cuisine and our lifestyle with a very warm temperature. As far as the Belgian market is concerned, we like to highlight that Costa Blanca is the first region of Spain chosen by the Belgian residents. So that means that nearly 10,000 Belgian people live permanently in Costa Blanca. So it's the first region in Spain for the Belgian residents. And last year we received more than 700,000 passengers. That means inbound and outbound from Belgium. Is the fourth market for us after Spain, UK, Germany, and the Netherlands. And also from 2010, more than 16,000 Belgians bought property in Costa Blanca. That means that most of them have their second home on Costa Blanca. So there's a lot of Belgian people coming backwards and forwards all over the year. But for this year, which is a little different. So as far as the flight connections, our airport is Alicante Elche Airport. So we have a flight schedule for more than 100 flights per month. This for this month of October. We are connected with, as Juan said, with Brussels, Zaventem, Charleroi, Ostend, Antwerp, and Liège. So which means per month we have more than 100 flights, and for this winter season we will have more than 168,000 seats from Belgium to Alicante. Of course, this schedule is constantly being changed by the airlines according to the demand. So for the tourism facilities, we have more than 300 hotels and more than 50,000 beds. But also we have a wide range of different accommodation, apartments, campsites, resorts, boutique hotels. So it depends on what you're looking for, but probably you will find all of them on Costa Blanca. And I would like to highlight also that in winter, you will find also most of our hotels which are open. Probably this winter you will find few of them, but yes, you will find a wide range of accommodation to choose. And for golf lovers, we have 22 golf courses, both 18 and 9 holes. And also theme parks and entertainment for families, seniors, and all ages. The main reason why people come here is because of the beaches. We have white sand beaches, but also small caves. And we, as Juan already said, we are the region in Europe with the largest number of blue flags. In Costa Blanca, we have 73 beaches with blue flag. which assures the quality of the water, but also the services you will find on the beach itself. So you can enjoy the beach not only in summertime, but also in winter. You can practice water sports, scuba diving, snorkeling, paddle surf, or sailing. Of course, gastronomy is one of our main assets, as you can enjoy delicious paella and rice dishes, and also nougat, which is a typical dessert from that we usually eat on Christmas, but also you can find all over the year, and also the ice cream, which is traditionally made here on Costa Blanca. The wine tasting, because we have the wines of Alicante have denomination of origin, so you can enjoy doing a visit to a wine cellar and do a wine tasting on the property itself. And water sports, we mentioned before, you can enjoy the sea all over the year because the temperature of the water is quite warm. But also other sport activities such as climbing, doing some walking by the mountains, or doing swimming, golfing. But the most important sport activity is cycling, because we have a wide offer of roads to practice cycling, but we receive a lot of professional teams which do the training on Costa Blanca. And also most of the Belgian tourists we receive like to do cycling on Costa Blanca. Some other experiences such as visiting shoes factory, because Costa Blanca is the region in Spain where you find the most number of shoes factories, especially in the area around Elche, or visiting a pottery workshop, or doing beer tasting, because we also produce traditional beer, craft beer, maybe not as good as the Belgian beers, but they are quite good. And also you can just relax and doing some wellness activities or mindful activities by the sea, or in a hotel. And also there's another, there are some opportunities for the luxury destination, because we have 10 5-star hotels. We have 16 Michelin star restaurants and yacht clubs and marinas and so on. Finally, I would like to highlight that our hotels, restaurants, our travel guides, have our museums, have been working very, very hard to assure that we are a safe destination. So we are implementing all of the protocols so you can feel safe on Costa Blanca. So we hope to see you soon back in Costa Blanca. So we will be pleased to welcome you again here on our region. So it will be a pleasure for us to welcome you. So after my presentation, I would like to introduce my colleague Antonio Sanchez from Visit Benidorm, who will be speaking about this destination.
Okay, I'm going to share my presentation. Thank you very much. Well, thank you again for Travel Magazine and Turespaña office in Brussels for this opportunity, and many thanks also for all the attendants to this webinar and making want to know more our region of Valencia. My name is Antonio. I'm representing Visit Benidorm Tourist Board, and I'm here today to tell you about Benidorm, a bit different presentation due to the situation that we are facing everyone. But let us start. Well, first of all, it's very important you to know Benidorm was certified 2 years ago as the first smart tourist destination. And thanks to this certification, we have redefined the program into the Benidorm smart destination plus safe in order to create trust and security to our visitors and residents, and also helping the businesses and companies that lead for the tourism during this year to reach the next year with more strength, reinforced and reactivated. This is our objective. But first of all, I'm going to make a short introduction about Benidorm. As you see, Benidorm is located on the southeast of Spain, in the middle of Alicante and Valencia. It has a very easy access with different transports. For example, it has a very good connectivity with the two important national airports in Valencia. For example, just 1 hour and 30 minutes from Benidorm, and the Alicante airport, just 35 minutes. We also have the Alicante train station very near, and the high connectivity high-speed train, just 35 minutes also. And there's also the possibility to go by train or by bus or by car with the AP7 motorway that connects all the Mediterranean coast. And why Benidorm? Why to choose Benidorm for your holidays? Here we can see some reasons. As you see on the image behind, Benidorm is surrounded by mountains. So that helps the city to be protected by the rain, by the winds. So that's why we say in Benidorm we have a microclimate with pleasant temperatures all year round. Benidorm is known as the European capital of sun and beach. It's easy to understand why. We have wonderful beaches and a good temperature during all year round. During the last years, Benidorm has been consolidated as the 4th Spanish city in over 90 states, and that shows the importance that tourism has for us. No, only behind big cities than Madrid, Barcelona, and Canary Islands. Then there we are. And as you see also in the image, Benidorm is known by this skyline vertical model, this amazing skyline, that it's also an example of sustainability. No? Thanks to these high buildings, Benidorm is a compact city that helps the people to move in the city without needing a car, or just with walking on bicycle is possible to walk all the city, no? Helping to the environment. We have also 2 urban beaches that has been recognized as the 2 most safety in the world. I will talk later about that. And we also have a wide offer of accommodation with more than 140 hotels with great quality standards. Here we can see also more reason why to come to Benidorm. We have more than 300 days of sun that allow to visit the city any month in the year. And it's the possibility to visit all the city with good temperature during all year round. And thanks to these temperatures, we are open all year round. If you come to Benidorm any month in the year, you will find everything open. Restaurants, hotels will welcome you to the city. And it's also ideal for all ages and groups. We have an excellent value for money and the variety of accommodation, entertainment, shopping, gastronomy. Our facilities are especially designed to meet the needs of all our visitors. Our family, everybody is welcome here in Benidorm. And also Benidorm is a vibrant town. We have a lot of nightlife, leisure, amazing people, and also we have amazing restaurants where you can enjoy our gastronomy, and also roof bars where you can enjoy a cocktail with these wonderful views. And also Benidorm is not only sun and beach. We have a variety complementary offer where in Benidorm you can do all that you want. You can rent a bike, you can practice any water sport, you can shopping, you can do all that you want during all the year. And here's the main important answer that we are nowadays in this situation due to the COVID-19. And why Benidorm? So because it is a safe destination. We want to welcome to the tourists during all the year, but we want to do it in a safety way. That's what we're working hard in different programs about safety. This is the first one you can see here, the Benidorm Beach Safety. During a normal year, our beaches are visited by thousands and thousands of people. So due to the situation, we want to guarantee all the people that visit our beaches do it in a safety way. That's why create this program. We have separated the beaches in areas, and these areas into plots in order to guarantee the safety and the social distancing of our tourists. Then we also have been collaborating with our two private sectors during the quarantine. They have been helping us to make a massive test to all the population in order to create a map and know how is the situation in Benidorm. These are very, very professional hospitals. And the last one, we also have created a stamp. This is the Benidorm COVID protocol on. It's an acknowledgement for those services and tourist establishments as restaurants, hotels, travel agencies in Benidorm, and demonstrate, certify that they are following the guidelines that the government states or the quality standard states in order to prevent and minimize the spread of the COVID as much as possible. So every establishment that are following these guidelines has this stamp in the city, in the establishment. And what else offers Benidorm? I think it's one image is better than 100 words. So here we have a small trailer I'm going to show you, just to make a clear idea of what Benidorm offers. Well, this is a very short trailer, but I don't want to be longer. Anyway, you have our website, visitbenidorm.es, where you can find the rest of information. Anyway, here you have my contact email. For any doubt, any question, you can contact me without problem. Now I'm going to let the turn to my colleague Marina from Alicante City. Thank you very much and we welcome you to Benidorm.
Marina, the microphone. We don't listen to you, Marina.
Marina, can you unmute your microphone?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, good morning. My name is Marina Campello and I work for the Promotions Department in the Alicante City Tourist Board. First of all, I would like to thank the Travel Magazine, the Spanish Tourist Office in Brussels, my colleagues, and of course, everybody showing an interest in the Valencia region, the Costa Blanca, Benidorm, the city of Valencia, and of course, the city of Alicante, which I represent. I would like to keep this presentation very short. I'm going to share a picture of Alicante on the screen, and I will give you a bit of an insight on the destination, and I would like to play a video on the destination. I think that will keep the presentation a little bit more visual. I have also prepared a detailed PowerPoint presentation that we can share and send out to everybody after this webinar with all the information about Alicante as a tourist destination, including accommodation, the tourist facilities, experiences in the city on land and sea, etc. As you probably know, Alicante is the capital of the Costa Blanca and is the second largest city in the region of Valencia. It's a medium-sized city that overlooks, as you can see in the photograph, the Mediterranean Sea. It enjoys an average annual temperature of 18 degrees, and it also enjoys 3,000 hours of sun per year. The airport, or the Alicante Elche Airport, is 15 minutes away from the city centre. Like my colleague Mar Lopez from the Costa Blanca Tourist Board mentioned, there are direct flight connections with 4 airports in Belgium at the moment. As you will see in the video, the city offers tourist-related products such as city break and beach destination, shopping, leisure, of course, MICE, gastronomy, golf, and sports, amongst other options. In the city of Alicante alone, there are 8,000 hotel rooms and a wide range of tourist apartments. And of course, Alicante is also a safe destination. We have implemented and we assure all safety measures in hotels, restaurants, shops, and all tourist-related activities in the city. So let me show you the video on Alicante, which I hope you enjoy. And then after we've all presented the destination, we can perhaps, if anyone's got a question, I'll be very pleased to answer any questions during this webinar or in an email.
Marina, you have to select the correct screen. We're not seeing the video right now. Maybe you can start again with sharing your screen.
Can you not see the video?
No, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, can you see it now? Of course.
Not yet. Maybe stop sharing the screen and share it.
Can you see?
And now try again and it should work.
Yeah, there's been a problem. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Sorry, I'll start the video again.
Perfect. Thank you.
thank you very much for your attention. And now I would like to introduce my next colleague, Miriam Mascaros from Valencia City Tourist Board.
I'm hearing Miriam is having some technical difficulties, so we will start with the video first, and while we're playing the video, we can, I hope Miriam's going to arrive in time. Thank you for the lovely presentation.
Es hora de volver, es hora de empezar, es el momento de salir de la mano de la vida. Espero verte aquí, de nuevo junto a mí. Nos espera el mar, la luz, la fiesta y la alegría.
Apparently, there's still no connection from Miriam, so we're waiting for Miriam, but I'm going to start the PowerPoint presentation already.
Maybe we have time for question and answer. Oh no. Somebody has any question?
Yeah, sure. If there's anyone from the attendees that would like to ask a question, they can type it in the chat, or they can use the Q&A also here in Zoom.
Mm-hmm. And if you want Miriam cannot make the presentation, I can introduce it myself, or just making some summarizing the images that we are looking at. And so, since we represent the whole region, we can take care of that if technology fails, you know. So
go ahead, you have the floor.
Yeah, exactly. Well, basically, as we said before, I mean, we talked before that we have three provinces in the whole region. So you have now seen by the presentations of my three colleagues, of Marina, of Mar, and Antonio. They presented us the southernmost province of the region, and now we are going with the center province of the region, which is Valencia, and the Valencia province. Because the problem with our region is that in the city, it has the same name as the whole region and as the province as well. So it's maybe leads to some confusion. But we've got three provinces: Castellón in the north, Valencia in the middle, Alicante in the south. And then Alicante is the Costa Blanca, basically, and Alicante's got Alicante city as the capital city of the province, and Benidorm as the most important tourist center in the province, and I would say the Mediterranean. So the Belgian market is also the fifth largest market for the Valencia province, and the Valencia province is it's a very varied province. You have from peaks going up to or more than 2,000 meters high to the coast. The coast is sandy beach. Mostly all of it is sandy beaches, long sandy beaches by the coast, and you have very different, a very varied nature in the whole province. So, for example, the most demanded destination by Belgian tourists in the province are basically, you may also have heard of, it's basically Oliva, Gandia, and Cullera, all three by the coast. Yeah, which have long sandy beaches and very cared for beaches as well, all of them with blue flag beaches. So you can see here the accommodation, the total amount of accommodation that we've got in the province, which is 18,000 beds, basically most of them concentrated in the area around Cullera, Gandia and Oliva. But there are also a lot of places in the interior, as we will see later. Okay, so let's go to the next one because I cannot share it. Possibilities that you've got is basically active tourism, cultural tourism and gastronomy. And that means that by active tourism, you have the possibility of basically hiking in areas, in beaches and in areas nearby the coast, and also in mountains near the city of Valencia, for example. Just 30 kilometers away from Valencia, you can go up in the mountains to 800, 1,000 meters high. You can also do some canoeing and so in the rapids that they are in the Júcar and Cabriel rivers. In the interior of the region, in the frontier, in the border with Castilla-La Mancha. You have also many possibilities for cultural tourism. Some of the, you have places like Xàtiva, you have places like Requena, like Bocairent in the province, where you can enjoy an enormous heritage, very nice. You can stay for a day, for a couple of days, surrounded by a very important heritage, cultural heritage, and also by a very nice landscape. And I want to emphasize also gastronomy, because I don't know if you know, but only 60 kilometers away from the city of Valencia, you've got the Utiel-Requena region, which is basically a plateau with a lot of wine cellars. It's one of the largest wine producing areas in Spain. And maybe it's not so well known as other areas in Spain, but it's also very interesting because they have developed many possibilities for author wine cellars and so. And you have also other two wine producing areas, such as Valencia, or another small one in the south of the province, near Alicante as well, which is the Fontanars area, which I think it's also good having a look at, because you have many small cellars and many small restaurants where you can go and have a nice lunch or a nice dinner and taste them and do some wine tasting and so. Yeah, so you can have this combination of active tourism, cultural tourism, gastronomy, city tourism, and beach. It makes it all, as you have also seen, the province of Alicante. Yeah. We keep on making new products, new tourist products, especially in the fields of active and sport tourism. Yeah, we think this is a big asset of the whole province, I would say. So, as you can see, we have more than 25 active and family tourism companies in the whole province, yeah, in the whole Valencia province, and 10 cultural tourism companies, for example. You have, as I say, a huge heritage, mostly in the city of Valencia, but also in places like Gandia, like Xàtiva, like Requena, that offer a very, very rich heritage that you can visit while you stay in the province or in the city of Valencia, or even in Alicante, because it's not so far away from Valencia. So it's also good for a good day, 1 day trip, 2 day trip, and combine Alicante and Valencia areas. And also, as I said to you before, it's very important, not only wine tourism, but also agro-tourism. In the area around Valencia city, you can find what we call the huerta, the orchards, which offer an endless possibilities to participate in activities surrounding gastronomy or the cultivation of products such as artichokes, such as beans, such as tomatoes, and so oranges, of course, is the great Valencia is known by oranges, and you can also go to an orange field and experience and know it all about the oranges, pick up your own oranges and so, and many possibilities regarding all this agro-tourism. I mention it because we are well known in Spain, basically, and also in Europe, because we have a rich and wide variety of orchard products. Yeah, so this is also important for you to know. I think for the customers like it as well. Yeah, so these are just a few of the possibilities that the province has to offer, and we hope to see you soon here in the province and in the city of Valencia as well. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking over there for a second. And we still have a second presentation as well about travel to Valencia in COVID times. I think Miriam is back, but I'm not sure.
Yes, is she back? I think he's having problems all the time. Sorry about it.
They were having computer problems, and I'm not sure if she can speak yet.
She says that she's in, but she cannot hear us or see us, I think, both.
Yes, I think so too. So maybe if you would like to continue.
So I'll try to, because I'm sorry about it, because I have to take over this. Well, you see, first of all, there is a mention of the coronavirus situation in Valencia we have talked about before. I don't want to say it very, very loud, because it's obviously the situation changes from day to day, from hour to hour. But the situation is that since the start of the pandemics, we've kept very good figures. I mentioned it before. Right now we are 95 the contagion rate. I think it's said so in English. It's 95%, slightly over 95%, which in the context of Spain and in the European context is pretty low, and it's doing well. Also, the situation of hospitals is not relatively very dramatic in the Valencia region at the moment, and it hasn't been really during all the pandemics, just except for the beginning. So as you may know, face masks are compulsory, outdoors, indoors, and everywhere you go in Spain. Obviously not at home, but this has to be, these are some of the measures. Social distancing measures have been taken all around, and they are present in everywhere, in all the tourist destinations, tourist resources, and that can be visited. But that doesn't prevent visitors to go in there, and they gave safety for them. Yeah. Yeah, see, I can see Miriam right now. I don't know if she can speak. And
hi, can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about it.
No, this kind of thing happens, you know. It's
oh my God.
Always.
I'm in an area with not that much connection, and it's raining here in Canet en Berenguer. Here now.
All right. So I'm giving the floor to you, please.
Okay.
Now you proceed with the presentation. Sorry.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Juan. Thank you everybody for inviting us for this presentation to bring the Belgian professionals, how it's going in Valencia now. And yeah, with the presentation of Valencia, I just wanted to come with, hi, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, continue. Thank you, Miriam.
All right, thank you, Jonas. So yeah, with the presentation of Valencia, I wanted to show a little bit that, can you hear me? It's okay?
Yes, continue, please. Thank you.
That yeah, from the beginning of the pandemic, we created in our website a section called COVID, and here it's been updated since then, all what the services in Valencia are doing. So you can see in the presentation different images with pictures of the security measures taken in all places that have been open. For instance, the first was the tourist offices. Now we can see also that cultural spaces like museums, outdoors and indoors are taking these measures with the mask that people have to wear, the distances. We can continue with the diapositivas. The culture also is going on outside. You can see how everything is displayed with the distances needed for this situation. Continue with the dias, please. We can see in Valencia there are many open spaces with pedestrian areas. So these are the squares. And you can see people still wearing the mask and the distances. For instance, this is the town hall square that has been recently become pedestrian area, and the city is beating on making more pedestrian areas that allows people to walk in the city, in the streets, keeping these distances that nowadays are needed to prevent and to help with the pandemic, with the COVID. Continue, please, with the dias. We can see outdoors. We don't need to go indoors, but outdoors we can see different kind of architectures in the city. Gothic style here. Next one, please. Modernism in the Cologne market. Continue, please. We also have this avant-garde space, the City of Arts and Sciences. Continue, please. It goes quick. It's more images. We have through all the heritage. So the silk exchange was the first. This is the water court. This is the water court that you can see. It's full of people nowadays. It's not being celebrated, but we have as a small museum that people can visit. The festivities is going to be now like that. They are not being celebrated, but there are spaces that reproduce these festivities where people can also know and discover the festivity or the event by visiting these small spaces. Next one, please. It's the fallas that also Juan spoke at the beginning, that last year was not celebrated, and for next year, let's see how it can be done. Please continue. Yeah, Valencia is a green space full of a lot of green areas. So like, for instance, the Turia Gardens in the city. Please, next one. We have also the natural space at the Albufera, only 15 kilometers south of the city. Nice place to go by bike, to enjoy the nature. We can continue, please. As I say, Valencia is a green city and with a lot of bike lanes because the city is flat and allows the people to discover the city by bike. We have also here the City of Arts and Sciences that is located in the Turia Gardens. Valencia is at the coast, so we have the beaches. We can enjoy the Mediterranean style here because of the weather that is really nice all year round. We have the Marina of Valencia where people can practice water sports. Next one, please. You can see. Also, we have a very good gastronomy, varied gastronomy, and we are the home of the paella. Since 2 years, we are celebrating every 20th of September the World Paella Day. And we are a rice produce area, and also we have the central market with fruit. With fresh fruit and vegetables. We are Aoreca here in Valencia, surrounding La Huerta. As I said, we have the section of COVID, but also where you can see all the services how are doing in Valencia during this actual situation. And in this section, Valencia Mood, you can also check the offer, the tourist offer regarding the different products we can the city offer, like gastronomy, culture, sport facilities and sports activities, health offer. Here you can also see what is being open, closed, what is going on. So you can and this is continue please. And the section, this following section, here is the bench section where you can also see the blog. There are different articles about news in the city, and also important this year, the last Thursday of October, we'll start the jubilee year of the Holy Chalice. Of the Holy Chalice, and will last 1 year. There will be a lot of activities surrounding that regarding the Holy Chalice route in the region of Valencia. And yeah, we can play the video. Yeah, that's me. I'm responsible of the Benelux for Valencia. There you have my mail address or telephone if you need it. And yeah, we can play the video now.
We've already played the video at the beginning,
Okay, yeah, you did it.
so
So
we'll go to the questions right now.
So that's that. Thank you very much for your attention. That's all. Thank you.
Maybe a question for Juan Munoz. Juan, you in your early presentation, you presented some airlines flying from Belgium to your area, but with permission, I think you forgot to mention TUI-Fly. TUI-Fly is flying from various Belgian airports also to Alicante and to Valencia.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we forgot something because it's the thing is, one thing is before the pandemics and after the pandemics, but the thing is, or during the pandemics. But the thing is, we have the good thing, as I mentioned before, is that we have from Belgium, especially in other countries as well, but especially from Belgium, you have many possibilities. I mean, they haven't. Most of the possibilities are still feasible, you know, and that's the important thing, I think, from everywhere in Belgium. And that's a good thing. Yeah.
I think a question from everybody and to every panelist maybe is for your area, how much percentage of the hotels are operational open for the time being? Because this is a big concern for the travel professionals and the travel agents, and of course for the customers. Maybe you can start, Juan.
Yeah, I don't have the exact figures for the region.
But more or less.
Yeah, I think right now it should be around 30-something percent, 35%, and so. It was a bit higher in the summer. It was around 50-somethings to 60, which is quite a lot. I don't know the figures, the exact figures, so I think our colleagues from Costa Blanca, Benidorm, and so will tell us more. But I think the overall amount is basically about that. About a third of the hotels are now open. If you go to the interior, the small hotels in the interior, almost all are open, even some new. There are also many new hotels are also in the making or starting. I mean, the new projects haven't stopped, haven't frozen because of the COVID. And maybe Miriam or the people or Marina can tell us more in Alicante or Valencia.
Okay, Marina.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes. Of course, it is a very important question. In fact, someone has already asked me in the live chat what percentage of hotels is actually open in the city of Alicante, and the answer in Alicante is almost every hotel has stayed open. Obviously, there are a few exceptions, but the general rule is that all hotels in Alicante, and that includes the city centre, the seafront, the San Juan Beach area, the main shopping and commercial area, and even the island of Tabarca, the hotels and tourist apartments have remained open and will hopefully stay all open in general.
A general question for every panelist may be from Linda Vikemans. Have masks to be worn while biking as well?
If I may answer this, if you are practicing sports, masks are not compulsory during practice. I mean, if you are cycling, face masks are not compulsory. Yeah, so this is one of the exceptions, one of the few exceptions in Spain. So you can bike safely if you are practicing. Bike is considering as practicing sports. So of course, if you are in the countryside, no problem. I've done it myself. I do it myself almost every day. And no problem. But if you are in the city, the only thing is you can. I think you can also not wear it. And the people in the cities can confirm it as well.
A question from Doreen Naya. She would like to have some information and a proposal for a wine and gastronomy tour in the region. Is somebody taking care of that? So to send her?
But there are some companies that can offer that. So maybe if she can provide us her email address, we can address a few options to get in touch with these companies.
Okay.
Yeah, if I may say so, also not only in the Alicante province, but also in the province of Valencia, and in the province that was not here today, in Castellón area, which is the great absent, but I mean that offers many possibilities. You have possibilities of practicing both. I think you can combine. There are companies offering. If she wants more information about it, we can send it to everybody that wants to have it. Yeah. I think there are possibilities in the three provinces of doing some cycling and combining that with wine tasting or visiting wine cellars or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Is somebody have everybody answered to the question about operational status of the hotels for every area? Juan, you said more or less 30%. Is that for your whole area, or
it's like I think the region is slightly over, a bit more than 1/3. That's basically what I know for the winter time. In summer was much higher, but as you see, for example, the city of Alicante is much higher. And let's hear about the others what they tell us.
In our case, in Benidorm, it's more of that, more or less 30% right now of hotels open. We have more than 140 hotels in all the city, but right now we have less than 30 hotels open. But apartments and hostels and campings are still open, so we have a lot of offer for accommodation.
Miriam?
Yeah, in Valencia it's more or less the same. 30% in summer was more, but now it's like that 30. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If I may add something, I don't think hotels should be a problem now to reach the city of Valencia. The region of Valencia, since the number of visitors have decreased, the number of hotels has also decreased, but the amount basically remains the same. And if you go in hinterland, if you want to combine and stay in city or by the beach and hinterland, you have many possibilities. I don't think that should be a problem or something that deters people from coming here at the moment, for this winter at least.
I have been personally in the beginning of July with the reopening of the borders. I went for a brief weekend to Palma de Mallorca, and I saw the rolling out of all the protocols in all the international hotels. You have, of course, in your area also international hotels, and we all know, and you know better than we, that the international hotels have been very creative to roll out COVID protocols. But you have also in your area, let's say, family hotels or national hotels or less bigger hotels than the big Melias and Enaca and Iberostar and Rios and etc. etc. Are all these protocols also in the smaller hotels rolled out? The COVID protocols for the customers? One? Or,
yeah, in our case, I mean, it's true that we have a lot of familiar hotels, that family-owned or family-run hotels all around the region. We have also big international or Spanish chains like Melias and Westins and Barcelos and so. I mean, we have also a lot of small hotels. I think, let my colleagues correct me if I'm not right, but many family-run hotels are very much conscious that they have to follow the protocols and that a lot goes with it. So I think, for example, in Benidorm or mostly in Benidorm, there are most of the hotels are family-run hotels, not so small hotels, but family-run hotels. Let's hear what, for example, Antonio has to tell us. But I think all in all, they are very conscious. It's like a small family business that they treat with the utmost care, and so I think they are following the protocols as much as the big hotels.
Yes, Juan is true. Most of our hotels in Benidorm are for families, but we have all kinds of hotels, and all of them are very conscious about the situation. And as I saw on my presentation, we make a stamp for all the establishments related with the tourism, and the hotels has been very concerned about this. More than 100 hotels had the stamp showing that they are completing the guidelines of the government and the quality standards. So we are very proud of our hotels. They are really doing a hard work to face this situation.
Mar, how is the situation with you, Costa Blanca?
Yes, it's more or less the same. Some of the hotels know very well that this is a very difficult situation for us, and it's the only opportunity to survive is to follow these protocols, and they have been implementing all of these protocols in order to assure the safety, and they have followed there's some seal of quality, for example, from the National Quality Hotel Institute. So they've been working very hard in order to get that the certification. So not only the big change, but also the family-run hotels are also very concerned about this situation. So I may say that probably all of the hotels have been aware of this situation.
Okay.
If I may say, if I may add something, I mean, let's think that we have just gone through summer here, and in summer in many places in our region, occupation standards have been up to 60% of the total amount, and no big cases and no big outbreaks of COVID have been registered in the coast. I mean, to be honest. And August here, even with mostly with national tourists, and there was a fear that a lot of outbreaks could take place, but this hasn't happened. I mean, the outbreaks in Spain have been somewhere else, to be honest, not in the coast, not generally in the coast. Obviously, they're having some outbreaks or problems everywhere, but I mean, not big ones, if to be completely honest. And August here, even with national tourists, occupations in many places like Benidorm and so, it has been around 60 to 70%. So, and we have more or less, if I may say so, between back to succeed or just going through it. So that also tells us something, I think.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody. We have, it's an hour and una hora y cuarto, as we have said before. Thank you, everybody. We hope that your zone, your area, which is very popular and attractive to the Belgian clients, will remain open. And now the autumn holidays are coming up in 2 weeks' time, and I know a lot of travel agents try to sell, and the customers are very interested to come over for the end of October, early November to your area. We hope we can still fly to you, and more in winter and next year. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Rafael. So next webinar would be in 2 weeks' time, and to be confirmed with Judith of Turespaña, Brussels, what area we will study then. Thank you once again. Thank you very much. Adiós. A la próxima.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias. Dank u wel.
Thank you
very much.
so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.